Zadira. I want to share about this amazing mod that I discovered. It's called RP Cooking and More. It's a role-playing mod, but even those who don't role-play would probably really enjoy having this on your server. It is so amazing. There's no way I can go into detail about everything, but I'm going to do my best to explain how most of it works. You're going to have two crafting stations, the gardening and the kitchen one. So the kitchen one looks like this. It's really nice. Let me take off my backspace. I mean, you can actually use it like I have behind the couch or for extra storage around your house to decorate with. It doesn't have to be for the kitchen, but it is called the kitchen counter. And so if you open the kitchen counter, you're going to see that you have all of these things that you can craft. There's all the crafting items that you need to do certain things with the mod. And then you also have decor. You can just see. I mean, it's just amazing. Everyone can look themselves and see what all is here. But I want to just kind of go over most of it with you. There have been some questions on the forums. I want to cover those for sure. So here's what I'm using it for also over here, and you can see that I painted it. And one of the great things about all of the items not all, but most of the items in the mod are paintable. Isn't that fun? And you're going to be able to see, as I'm talking, you're going to be able to see a lot of the decorations that are in the mod. I'm also using Eco's RP Decor. And so you'll see some things that you're probably super familiar with Eco's, but I have both combined. The other crafting table that you're going to need first thing is the gardening crafting table. It looks like this. It's the garden bench. And if you look in it, the same thing. You're going to have lots of different things that you can do and use for this mod. It is so extensive. So the biggest question that I think most people seem to have on the forums is about the water intake. In the garden bench, you're going to have water intake and irrigation. I have some of these in my toolbar. I want to show you how they work. But I'll show you a little bit in here first, so it's not too confusing. But like this is the sink, and it's like Eco. If you're used to Eco's mod, then you know you have the kitchen sink bucket first. So we have one here. It's in my 0 slot that you put down first, just like in Eco's, and then you can place the sink on top of that. So it makes it very easy to place. So that's the sink intake. We also have a stand that you put barrels on. I'll show you that real quickly. Right here, you can stack barrels, and this is for your brew barrels. So you can brew your different meads and different wines and different things. Let's see, let's just look into it and see while we're here. So you can have coconut rum, malt extract, and mead, and then with those you will use those to make adult beverages. So that is what that icon is for. And then we also have the biggest one that is probably a little bit confusing is the cooking pot. And the cooking pot's like the official cooking pot, and you're going to need a water intake. I've placed mine up here on the grill, but you can actually place it anywhere, even just directly on the ground. See, I can place it here, and then that's the number 6 in my slot to see what that icon looks like. And then number 5 is the cooking pot. So you can see I can place the cooking pot pretty much anywhere. And if you look in it, it's similar to the official, where you can craft these things that you're really familiar with, and you can make these using this mod vegetables. You don't have to have separate ones. Then here's the veggie cake, and you can use that also. The only thing that we don't have in the cooking pot really that's like the official one is the kibbles. So you'll have to have the kibble, you'll have to have another different grill or different cooking pot for the official kibbles. But other than that, this is amazing. Let's see. Let's pick it up off the floor so we don't trip on it. Let's see. Make sure I'm picking up the right thing. Can you imagine? There we go. And so here we have, see how you can have the cooking pot. I have it set up on the grill. And it's so nice how they've done these mods. There's the RPC stove. And those pieces of chicken up there, those were pieces of meat that you can change them to meat or to chicken. And that's one of the great things about a lot of these is you can change the looks of a lot of the things. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't want to get too involved in just showing you things. I want to explain a little bit. Now, to start out, the first thing you're going to want to do is go into your garden bench, and you're going to want to open up your farming folder and make your compost bin. It's fiber, thatch, and wood, so very little is made out of that. You're also going to want to do your milk and eggs to get those started. So you have the milking station, fiber, metal ingots, and wood, and then the chicken coop, which is metal ingots, thatch, and wood. So you want those. So let's go, and I'll explain a little bit about those first, because we need our compost bin right away. You need your compost bin so that you can be getting your fertilizer and your seeds. You can't get seeds without your compost bin. So this is what the compost bin looks like. And what you'll do is you'll go around and pick up poop. You need poop, right? And pick up poop from your animals for a little while. And then go put it in your compost bin. Like this. Then you'll see that you have seeds. I'd already put some feces, animals' feces or poop in, and it's also making leech blood, which is really good. So you have seeds like this, and it's called a seed pouch. And so what you'll do is you'll move the seed pouch into your inventory, and then you'll consume it. That's been what's confusing to people. They don't know to consume it. So you go back to, and then you'll see I get all kinds of seeds. I've got banana seeds, pear seeds, and that's some more of the seed pouch, cucumber seeds, and eggplant seeds. So you keep consuming these, and you're going to continue. Down here it shows you beans, wheat. So you just continue with your seed pouch. There's this color. Let's continue to open the seed pouch and see. I got blackberry, oat, pear, corn. So you consume the, oh yeah, I consumed the wrong thing. I need to find my seed pouch. So you consume these. And again, I got more seeds. And you just can continue. Just make sure you're eating the seed pouches and not the seeds themselves, because you're actually opening the seed pouch. Isn't that great? I just love that. And you can see some of these seeds we're getting a lot of. Some of them are a little bit rare. I think one of the last seeds that I got, and see I've got more seed pouches already. And I'm not sure about the settings as far as on your server. I am not even certain about my settings on my single player. I don't know if I have better settings or what. But so I don't know how quickly you're going to get these items to make in your compost bin. It just seems like it's just super fun. That's all I know. And so now you can see all the seeds that I have. So you have to do that first. So you go around and you collect your poop from your animals and continue on filling up your compost bin until you have all your seeds. And then we also talked about milk. This is what the little, let's see, take off the backspace. This is what the little milk table, or it's called a milking station, looks like. You can have as many of these as you want. I haven't needed but one. Of course, I'm just one person on my single player. If you have a big tribe, you might need more. But you'll need your megaloceuruses up to 3 female megaloceuruses, or any animal that gives milk. You are able to use animals from other mods, like Marnie's mod or the Atlas animals, and those give you different, like, they look like real cows, or any animal that gives milk, you can use those, but you'll need to go into your any settings, and all of that is on their page, on their Steam page that talks about the mod. The person who is setting up the mod, they are there's two people, and they are truly amazing at being very clear and helpful, and they have exactly how you set up your any settings if you want to have different animals in your barn or on your farm. So you have up to 3 that give milk, and then you can access your inventory after a while, and you'll see you have lots of milk. And you're going to need milk and eggs in order to use some of your recipes. So the eggs are out here in the chicken coop, and I have the default, which is dodos, but again, you can use Atlas chickens or some other chickens if you want. We have Sunny, Henny Penny, and Blueberry here to give us some eggs, and this little building is what the chicken coop looks like. Isn't that amazing? The detail is so awesome. So you open this up and see, you'll see I have lots and lots of eggs. And again, you can use up to 3 animals per coop or per milk station. These trees, while we're out here, I'll show you these little trees. These are some of the trees that you can plant. I think this is the maybe the lime bush. Yes, this is the lime bush. So these are bushes, and the lemon. Let's see, lemon bush. Yes. And let me show you while I'm here that you access the inventory, and you have lemons. So, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself again. Like I said, there's so much to this mod. So, you've started your compost bin. You've got all kinds awesome seeds. And, whoops, and you go back to your garden bench, and you place your seeds in here, because you're going to need some of the seeds in order to make your patches and your trees. So let's start with the trees. In order to make a lime tree bush, you're going to need a base fertilizer. You'll need fresh water, you need lime, you need stone and thatch, and that will make your tree. So I wonder if we can pull it. Yes, we have the pulling ability on. I have the pulling ability on my server because I am using superstructures. If you have the pulling ability, this mod works with that. So that makes it so great to be able to do, because it's pulling the fertilizer and stone and all this that I need. I've got a ton of other seeds. Let's go ahead and put the seeds. You can search seed and then just move all of them, transfer all, and put them all in there. And that way you have them. I've got them out of my inventory. Oh, that's mushroom spores. Interesting. That I have to go into that too. So anyway, so that's how you do the trees. And then you can place the trees anywhere in the ground. The small bushes are in the buckets like you saw, but you can make orchards, and you can have as many trees as you can collect seeds for. The apple tree, it'll show you, you need 1 seed, you need as fertilizer, water, thatch, and wood to make the tree. And then you can go out and place it in the ground. They also have coconut and banana, because you need all of these items, pineapple plant, you need all of these items in order to be able to make your recipes. It's really amazing. So you want to know about the crop plots and the different types. This is a crop plot square, and that's what I have in my garden. This is a crop plot round, and that's like a round bucket. There's a triangle, and then this is like the normal crop plot that it has the wood edging around it, and it snaps. So those are the different, you can use any of those. All of these do need fertilizer, and they all need water. So that's the crop plot. The farming is the compost bin. We have lights in this. I love that. And then the milk and eggs, we covered that with the chicken coop and the milk station. The patches are the melons, the berries, and the mushroom box. Oh, and yeah, and the grain patch. And I'll show you those in a minute. Those are self-contained. You have to have a lot. Look at the what you need to make those. You need barley seed, hop seed, oat seed, rice, thatch, wheat, and wood. And you have to have all those seeds plus the other items to make these patches. So you'll need to wait until you can collect all of the seeds in order to make a patch. So that's kind of fun. And then the mushroom box, I'll show you those here in a minute. Fiber, stone, thatch, and wood, and you can have mushrooms. So I think that the water is, as I was explaining a while ago, you have the regular arc water system with irrigation and the water intake, and both of those work just like in arc. And I think that's it for showing you the garden bench, but I want to show you how it all looks. Isn't this fun? I just love this garden. I need to get out here and weed it, looks like, because you can see all this grass and these things from the server that's on here, but it looks like I need to weed my garden. But each one of these is one of those square plots that does not have, let's take the, oops, I didn't mean to do that, I meant to backspace. These do not have the wooden edges on them. They are just the square plots. And like here's the carrots in this amazing bell peppers. Oh my gosh, tomatoes. And I've got the scarecrow here to scare all the crows away. Need to scare Argent's away, and Argent came not too long ago. Normally it's hardly any animals here, but that Argent happened to. Anyway, getting off track here. So this is the grain patch that I was talking about, where you have to have all those seeds in order to create the patch. But you can see we have hops, we can have barley, we have oats, and all that grows, wheat, in here in this one patch. And so you can have as many patches as you need. The corn plants are so cool. And this is the pumpkin patch. You have melons, you have pumpkins, you have watermelon. It's just it's just so fun. It makes me hungry every time I play with this mod, and especially when I get into the recipe part of it. But the bean bush, it's just really, really fun. Here is the mushroom boxes, and I like this because it grows these mushrooms that you can actually tame the little bulb animals in Ark, so that's really fun. And then of course you need mushrooms for your recipes too, but I love that. I think that's so cool. The trees back in the background there, the fall color, are the maple trees, and then there's a plum tree over there, so you can use them for decorating as well as for collecting the items that you need for your recipes. Okay, let's go over a little bit about the kitchen and the food part. It is amazing. Oh my gosh, there is just so much fun. And like I was saying earlier, you can paint most of the things that come with the kitchen, and you can see as I'm just moving around the kitchen, you're going to be able to see a lot of the items that come with the mod. It's just, there's so much to it, and you can make such a beautiful kitchen with these items. And then if you add any other mods like Ecos with it, there's just, it's astounding what you can do with decorating. Okay, so let's get into about the cooking. There are several items that you have in the kitchen that you need for crafting different things to make recipes. There's a cutting board, kettle, a grinder, a baking rack, a mixing bowl, a butter churner, a mortar and pestle. There's a still and a meat spoiler. So, I mean, there is so much to it. So let me show you a little bit about, like over here, this is the mixing bowl. And you're able to go into the mixing bowl, and you can see that you can make pasta or pastry dough. And you can see I've already made some vinegar, or no, I put this vinegar in here because you need vinegar to make your meats. There's different meats that you can make, and then you take those and you put them on the grill and you grill them. Like if you wanted to make bacon, you just use raw meat and vinegar, and then you can take that bacon and put it on the grill, put it in the grill's inventory, and you can make bacon for your for your teammates. There's also washed berries, and you'll need these for different recipes. One of the things that you're going to want to learn about is the recipes. There's a recipe box here that you can keep your recipes in, and then this little recipe book gives you pages. You can also craft them in your inventory, the blank pages that you need or the recipe pages that you need. And then once you've created your recipe, you keep it in your recipe box. So these are just empty recipe pages. I've just stuck them in here for storage purposes. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you, I've made a couple of recipes that I created myself of different ingredients, and I wanted to show you the differences in crafting skill. Crafting skill is extremely important if you're making recipes. If you look over on the left hand side where it says crafting skill, that recipe for fruit salad is 0. On this one, if you look at crafting skill, this is 1040. So I took a mind wipe and I put all of my points into crafting and was able to make a recipe, the exact recipe with the exact ingredients, with the topped off crafting skill. And you can see where the food nutrients you get, the stamina points that you get, and the health points that you get. Like if you're fighting and you lose health, that's how many health points you're going to get if you consume this fruit salad. Here's the crafting skill at 0, and you can see the difference. Look at that health, 2875 compared to 302 point whatever. So that is the difference in crafting skills. So if you are making recipes for the purpose of having the highest points in when you do eat these items, then you're going to want to have the highest crafting skill. You might have somebody in your tribe that's able to do the crafting for you, or you can do like I did, and I did a mind wipe and I crafted my recipes, and then I took another mind wipe and put it back when I'm going out to just be able to run fast. I needed to be able to outrun those raptors. So I have to redo my mind wipe. I use Lethal's reusables, and it has a reusable mind wipe, so that makes it really nice. So be sure and take that in consideration when you're making your recipes. There are lots of recipes already in the mod. You don't have to make them up yourself, but you're going to have to learn about, let's see if I can get, yes, here's the mortar and pestle. You have to learn how to do the different things. This is how you make cocoa powder. You use the cocoa beans. And here is where you make peanut butter. You're going to need honey, peanut, and salt. So you just take these and you craft them because you're going to need them in other recipes. The tea kettle is so awesome. You can make all kinds of teas. So you don't have to make up all your recipes. They're already made up for you, most of them. Hot cocoa, cowboy coffee, yum. Cowboy coffee is really good. Mystical morning brew, the midnight moon tea, honey lemon. Oh, that sounds really good. And iced tea. So you can make all of those items. Oh, that brings me to the ice cubes. In order to make ice cubes, you need to put fresh water in the ice box in the refrigerator. To get fresh water, let me show you this. So here's your sink, and it has the on and off, which I think is just amazing. But when you hold down the key and you go to, you can see filter water when you look inside the sink, and you hold your mouse down until you get it full, and then you let it go, and then you can access the inventory, and you can see that you have fresh water, and you notice it does not spoil. Then what you do is you take your fresh water and you put it in, and you can see I've already got some fresh water, but let's see, where are the ice cubes? There they are, right there. See, it made ice cubes, frozen cubes for cooling your drinks. So you'll need those for like iced tea and things. So everything that you need, you're able to create in this mod. It's just, oh my gosh, it's just amazing. The stove has a lot of recipes also. Whoops, I lit the fire, that's okay. And you can see here's how to make bread, here's rolls, and these are special ingredients. And this is especially special. The Kismet cake, when I read this description, I wondered about this, and sure enough, it is a sweet veggie cake that you can use to tame the snails and the sheep. It says if it's meant to be, these tasty cakes will earn the trust of many pets. A lot of animals will heal quickly after eating these treats as well. So that's super fun to have that available. But you can see there's a lot to it. You have to collect a lot of things in order to make that treat. It's not just super easy. But then you also have these scrappy snacks. I tried some of these, and some of them, if you eat them, you get a sugar rush. So for a little while, and then you have a sugar crash. So you have to be kind of careful about eating some of them. Up here, up on top above the stove, you're going to see a spice rack. And I've painted some of the bottles. Some of the jars are paintable, and the shelf is paintable. That makes it super fun. But this is like, oh my gosh, this is really important, because this is where you're going to get your baking powder, baking soda, cinnamon, mint, nutmeg, pepper, vanilla, and salt. And these just automatically appear over time as you use them. Alrighty, I think that ends this little video. I tried to cover a lot of the mod, but there was no way I could cover everything. Let me know in the comments of the things that you like most about the mod if you put it on your server. And let me know too anything you found that I didn't, because I know I love to learn new things. So let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, and don't forget to subscribe, and be sure and share. Sharing is the biggest way you can help the channel if you want to share the information that I've shared with you today. All right, guys, thank you so much. I do appreciate each and every one of you very, very much. Bye for now.